Thousands of people around the world have received mysterious packages of seeds with no note or explanation. Many feared the seeds were a form of or some other biological weapons. Warnings from government agencies telling people not to plant them heightened the fear. The first reports of these mystery seeds came from the United States in May. A few dozen residents in Utah made the news when they received unsolicited packages from China.
Wow.
Although they hadn't ordered anything that would have resulted in packages, they opened them to find the mystery seeds. Within a month, there were reports of similar packages across the US, Canada, and the United Kingdom.
Okay, so we were off. It wasn't peanuts or nuts or pistachios. They were seeds. There wasn't really an end to the story. All we know is that it's eco, and then people are receiving this mysterious seeds, and people are like, don't plant them. Something bad's gonna happen if you plant them. Like, what's the worst thing that'll happen? Like a weed plant will come out? That's not even a bad thing. That's pretty good. Pretty decent result there.
On August 20th, reports came through about a strange die-off of migratory birds in the White Sands area of New Mexico. Ecologists in the area typically find at most around half a dozen dead birds in a week. The die-off was definitely disturbing, but it was thought to be an isolated phenomenon. The unexplained die-off wasn't limited to just one species either. Warblers, bluebirds, sparrows, blackbirds, western wood peewees, and flycatchers are all among the species caught up in the die-off. Many residents have also reported the birds acting strangely shortly before they died. The birds were lethargic and unresponsive.
That's creepy. Okay, so essentially there was this weird phenomenon called a die-off where all the birds were like, you know what, this planet sucks. I'm going to yeet myself out of this universe. They just offed themselves. That's the better way to put it. All these birds are dying off for no reason at all. All of them. Bluebirds, what else do they say? Warblers, others, sparrows, I don't know. I didn't even know warblers was a bird. I just know the warblers as a glee club in Glee. You know, the warblers, led by Blaine. That's freaky. I mean, to be fair, if I was a bird, I'd probably off myself too. What are you doing all day up there? Just flying around, doing nothing. You do nothing. Although I've already pissed off the bird community, I can't do it again. Remember the one time I was like, birds don't have a purpose on this planet. And then all the bird community were like, actually, this is what they do. And I was like, actually, I don't care. I just say things to upset you all.
British diplomat Richard Morris went missing while on a jog on the 6th of May this year. The 52-year-old had worked as the UK ambassador to Nepal until 2019, but had since returned home in Hampshire, where he lived with his wife and 3 children, and had recently been appointed the new British High Commissioner to Fiji, due to start just a few weeks after he disappeared. He was reported missing after he didn't return home that day, and police began weeks of searching the nearby Alice Holt forest. Richard's body was eventually discovered in August, more than 3 months after he had vanished. The body was found by members of the public on a walk in Alice Holt Forest.
Creepy. So no one really knows, or unless they know how he died, but they just haven't told us in this video. This guy, he's a diplomat, disappeared on a run, found 3 months later by the public. That's the thing though, if you're involved in government and you're high up, I would just assume, like, you know, if something weird's happened to you, it's because your role, right? Your position. People want to take down the government. Isn't that a thing? Like other government and enemy governments?
I think once you get that higher up, you like sworn to secrecy, so maybe like betrayed them, so you got,
I don't know. I just think like there's weird going around in the government, and then obviously you got enemies from different countries. You're going on a jog, you might not come back. And he didn't. That's sad. That's why I would never want like a high profile job like that. Like being in the government. One, because I couldn't, like I'm not intellectual enough for that. But even like a lawyer. Imagine being a lawyer and then you're a lawyer for like a mob, like a gang. And then it doesn't go the way they want it and then they hunt you down and you're dead, you know? Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Central Dark, your place for all things horror. I'm your host, Susie McPhee, and these are the top 10 mysterious videos that need explaining part 3. I might actually need glasses, because I can't read those titles anymore.
On August 30th, American Airlines Flight 1997 left Philadelphia at around 3:20 p.m. local time to begin the 5-hour journey to Los Angeles. There was nothing particularly unusual about the flight, and the plane made it to Los Angeles' LAX airport without issue. However, on approach, pilots encountered something strange. They radioed in to the control tower to inform them the plane had just passed a guy in a jetpack, flying 3,000 feet above the tarmac. The airport tower warned incoming planes that they weren't alone in the airspace. The airspace invader and the person responsible for the disruption remains a mystery.
Well, I'm not surprised he remains a mystery because he f***ing jetted out on his jetpack. Like, there's people out there who have a lot of time in their hands, they're building things. This man built a jetpack, and he's flying in the sky, never to return to again. He's probably dead, to be honest.
Video was uploaded on the 3rd of October 2016 and shows a man wandering through some woods in Suffolk County, New York. While walking through a trail, he finds dozens of missing person posters that have been taped onto different trees.
It's like Slender Man.
There was also a used fire pit and numerous objects left behind, so it was obvious that people had been there recently. After hearing some voices, the man decides to leave the area, and after this, he gave the location of these woods to the police, who interviewed some nearby homeowners. The homeowners stated that it was simply a Halloween decoration. The police took their word for it and dismissed the case, but a lot of questions were left unanswered, such as why these people would decorate for Halloween so early.
Is Halloween decorations, mate? This is like Slenderman, like the 8 posters. You know, if you played the game or you know Slenderman, this is like he has taken them and now he's flaunting it in our faces. This isn't Halloween. This is Slender. This is real life.
What if there was an advanced civilization which existed long before our time? It probably sounds outlandish. But in the timescale of the universe, our modern world has apparently only occupied a fleeting moment. The Long Yu grottos are one such possible example of a long-lost advanced civilization. These underground structures, discovered near the village of Xianbekkum in the Zhejiang province in China, were built at least 2,000 years ago. So far, 36 grottos have been discovered, covering 30,000 square meters. Each of these grottos is carved into siltstone and contains various features of a living space equipped with rooms, gutters and pools.
I love the word grotto because it makes me think of Father Christmas, like when you'd go to visit Santa's grotto. Did you ever go to visit Santa's grotto when you were young?
Yeah, there was something called that.
Oh.
It's like a bird, like a...
Maybe that's a very European way of putting it. What do you guys call it here? Santa's house?
It's not bad, it's some sleigh or some shit.
Oh, Santa's sleigh, yeah. It was always Santa's grotto in the UK. It'd be like, oh, let's go visit Santa's grotto and then sit on this man's lap, who definitely isn't Santa Claus.
Yeah, he has a thing for kids.
Yeah, well, God, don't they all? It's like, looking back now, it's like, when I have a kid, you ain't seeing Santa. You can look at him online. That's it. Like, you ain't sitting on anyone's lap.
But in 1984, a meteorite named ALH 84001 found its way to Earth. Dated to be about 4.1 billion years old, this rock was unusual. Upon closer inspection, scientists have found something strange on its surface, signs of fossilized bacteria. After countless studies in the lab, there still isn't any conclusive answer to what it might have been. It could either be an imprint of bacterial life, or just a geological formation which gives it an unusual appearance.
Okay, so again, when it comes to science stuff, I do get very confused, but I think I have some kind of, I could speculate here. This rock came from space, hit Earth, great. There's bacteria on it, meaning some kind of living organism, which means there's life outside of Earth. I'm learning with these videos. Anyway, I knew that much already. But that, I think we all know at this point there's life outside of Earth. Didn't they find something on Mars? Bacteria? They find bacteria everywhere. They'll probably find a cockroach somewhere. They're everywhere.
For the squeamish, this one might not be comfortable to watch. A rare phenomenon that happens in the animal kingdom, the rat king, is when a bunch of rats who are tied up by their tails and die due to restriction in their movement. What you have left is this odd, almost ritualistic carcass of a bunch of these vermin. Science still hasn't been able to explain this strange phenomenon, but some have hypothesized that it could be a rare birth defect, or happens at low temperatures when these black rats snuggle up together to share the warmth.
Oh my god, like imagine, like does this happen in the womb or when you're out and you're just like hanging out with your fellow rats and it's like you all got a little too close together one night and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're joined together by your tails and that's it, it's game over and then you die because you can't move. Yeah, if I was a rat I wouldn't get close to anyone just in case my tail got a little handsy and wrapped around someone else's tail, and then it's when two become one, you know?
Vikings have long captured our imagination through their ferocity and incredible conquests. Though the Viking Age has ended more than 1,000 years ago, there are still plenty of relics from that time period which let us peek into their world. The Ulfberht swords are one such example of a Viking relic which exists today and has baffled experts. These long double-edged swords have been used by the Viking tribes from northern Europe. What makes them so special is how they're made. The composition of carbon is just perfect for the blade to be strong and not break or bend easily. These superior blades didn't grace the hands of most Vikings, but only the elite members of their tribe.
Pretty interesting. I mean, there's not much, there's no mystery there, I guess, as to how it's made. I couldn't even tell you how a sword is made, let alone this elite sword. Like, I don't get it. When I'm watching movies, I'm seeing like Lord of the Rings and they're just out here making their swords. I'm like, yeah, seems right. Like, I get it. You've got some fire, you've got something else. What's the sword made out of? Couldn't tell you. Iron. Where'd you get the iron from? I don't know. Where are they finding these things? I don't know. Different times, different place. We don't have to go out and find these things and build a sword and like craft it over a flame and then we're not Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Back in 2013, a Redditor that went by the username of TramStopDan was passing by a trash bin and noticed a strange wooden suitcase sticking out noticeably in the bin. Intrigued by this peculiar find, he quickly pulled the wooden suitcase out of the trash and began digging through its contents to uncover anything important that had been tossed. He realized that the old wooden suitcase appeared to be filled with hand-drawn maps with incredible detail, drawings of mechanical devices, strange images of what appeared to be an extraterrestrial event, and pages of writings that talked about a possible government conspiracy, cover-up and alien sighting. The Redditor spent a few days poring over these pieces on his own before posting his findings to the site in the hopes of finding others who could help to explain what he had found and what all of it meant.
That's creepy. Not only have you found like a mysterious suitcase, which could mean anything, like some body parts are in there, but you found it, there's documents, alien spacecrafts, alien. I believe it, I trust. There's got to be like time travelers out here, like people jumping from dimensions. I believe it. Like, the world's so f***ing weird. I don't know. There's got to be something else going on. Seems legit to me. Fun to think about, anyway. Well, guys, there we have it. Thanks for tuning into this video. I've been your host, Lucy McPhee. Stick around for bloopers. Peace. Okay? I don't know. Peanuts. No. Nuts. Pistachios, yes. I got distracted midway through because my stomach started growling. Oh, he planted the beans. But whatever, same thing. And then you climb up the beanstalk, then there's going to be a witch and she's going to try and kill you. Oh, so that one actually wasn't a good story. So maybe don't plant the seeds. Where dreams come true. Do, do, do. Got that Hall & Oates song in my head. You know that one?
I don't, but it sounds nice.
You're making my dreams come true. Do, 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 do. What I got, you want. What I want, you got. Might be hard to handle. You know the one. Like a flame that burns the candle. No?
Actually, yeah, that's it.
You know the one.
I definitely know that song.
It's a classic.
Lisa.
I don't care about any of you. Actually, just kidding. I do. I just don't care about the bird community. I do like birds, just not you. Feel the same way about people who like horses. They love horses, right? You don't just like horses, you love horses. And people who love horses are crazy. All of them. I've never met a person who loves horses and is sane. He doesn't look like a jogger? You judging him by a book by its cover? You saying this man can't run? Maybe he did. Maybe that was his plan. Maybe he was gonna go for a run and then go home and sip on some Chardonnay. Can't people do both? I like a run just like anyone, and then I like to come home and binge drink by myself. These are the top 10 mysterious videos. No! Holy sh**. Oh, we talking. Okay, let's go. My buzzing so much, and I keep checking to see if it's Oh, I've got Uber Eats coming. I'm gonna tell Dylan to go get it. Go get. Can you go get my Tim Hortons, please? That would be sick. I used to play with swords. Huh?